Hi guys, it's Cassidy with Totem Valley Bison Company. I'm out looking at the buffalo and checking on how they are today. And I couldn't help but notice it's shedding season. So I'm out here today collecting everything that they've shed. It's very peaceful out here today, just kind of being a gatherer instead of so much of a hunter. Even right where I'm sitting, you can tell exactly where they've been. There's these little tufts of scraped away, itchy spots of them working to get that bison wool off of them and shed their winter coats. I'm especially excited about this because this'll, depending on how much I get today, I'm coming pretty close to having about 4 pounds of this bison wool. We worked them early last month in March to now we're in mid-April and they're naturally shedding all their fur. They look a little mangy this time of year, but it's completely normal. At first I thought it was going to be pretty hard to find an ample amount of wool out here. We cleared out a lot of trees on our fence line. There's plenty of lumber and stuff for me to sit on and take a break. But here's what I've collected so far. There's a bunch of bison wool. The buffalo are slowly creeping up on me. You can see back here. They're getting pretty curious to what I'm doing. I've been able to make some friends with the farmers markets, and I'm very excited to see if we can try our hand at even making some bison yarn. I think that we can actually make things with this bison wool, and it's not just useless. There's this very light kind of tan, fine, fluffy undercoat color. Then you have this really rich dark brown that's almost black. And then you have more of the brown, your typical kind of bison color. Here's a pretty good comparison of the two, which are the blonde and the dark, rich brown to almost black coloration. Definitely a big difference there. This is a good example of kind of the more top coat stuff. You don't really want that. I have noticed we've had an increase in the bird population over here ever since spring started, so I can well imagine that they're pretty well loving these bison tufts as well. There's even a bird right there kind of hanging around them. So there's definitely a symbiotic relationship between these animals and the local aviary. They're literally just like slowly creeping up on me, which for real, you're like super weird if you see one of these and get excited, okay? Huge tuft. But honestly, there's a lot of coarse hair in it, so I'm kind of curious to see what I can comb out and make use of. If someone didn't know any better, this might be kind of a weird look. My pockets are stuffed. This tree is pretty neat. I don't know if you can tell, but they use this one a lot to rub their horns on, and eventually, given by the looks of it, they're probably going to end up chopping this tree down all by themselves. So, you know, they're doing their due work around here, I guess. I've always wanted to get one of those kind of roller deals that they have at car washes and put it on a spindle of some sort to where, you know, they can really brush themselves on it, and that would make collecting this a whole lot easier for me as well. So if anyone wants to donate one of those, I would, I'd be sure grateful. So here's the final amount of what I found today. Just a couple hours going out there and searching for this stuff. And the next thing I plan on doing with this bison wool is I'll take it home and I'll clean it in some warm water and clean it out of all these little brushes and these little burrs and this dirt that's in it. And I'll definitely let it air dry and pick it out from there to kind of lengthen it and flatten it. At least upon my research, that's what I've understood to do, and that way it prepares it to be able to be spun into yarn. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to us that you take the time to follow our videos.